Can't hear myself think over the sound of public transport. Stop selfing, you're driving a car, you blithering idiot. So this is Holland Park in London, one of the most beautiful streets in London because of all the trees that line it. And these are trees that the Mayor of London wanted to pull down to make way for a cycle lane. Well, he can fuck off. I mean, the man's obviously deranged. You can't pull trees down so that people can cycle. I mean, I know that cycle lanes now are seen as the single most important thing in the world by all those lunatics with 5 hardened bananas on their head and a little GoPro, but they can fuck off, they're not. I was just coming just now into London on the A40, where they'd taken one of the lanes away to make a cycle lane, massive traffic jam resulting from it, and stuck in it is an ambulance. Someone is dying of a heart attack somewhere up in Acton, ambulance can't get there because they're building a cycle lane. We live in absurd times, absurd. In Hyde Park, they took half the road away to make a cycle lane, even though there was already a cycle lane running parallel to it 30 feet away. So now there's a choice of cycle lane when you're in Hyde Park. Why? I mean, let's have a look. It's car, taxi, van, bicycle. Well, not really a bicycle, it's one of those fold-away ones. It's ridiculous. Car. And it's a lovely summer's day. You'd imagine people would be cycling. Nobody wants to. You're sweaty, you smell. Look at him. How much has he contributed to the economy today? Nothing. Nobody wants to sit next to him because of the smell from his armpits. And you can't go on those because you get a disease. If when you get to work and you cycled there and you need to make up for the calories that you've lost by cycling, and you have an avocado that's been flown from, I don't know, the other side of the world, you'd be better off environmentally going to work in a Humvee. And this information is not coming from my head, it's coming from the Guardian newspaper. That's where I found it. The Guardian will tell you that cycling means you have to eat to get the calories you need to ride a bicycle. Is anyone paying any attention to any of this? No, they're not. We must have cycle lanes, it's good for the environment. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's just ridiculous. We're living in stupid times where people always say, oh, it's really important we have cycle lanes. It's the latest thing. Oh, we've got to have a cycle lane. Well, we're going to have to drive one through the middle of the Tower of London. Yes, we must do that. Pull it down. Pull it down. We must have a cycle lane. It's where we want one. Fuck off. And you know how things are with green stuff. You must all buy diesels. Oh, you can't have diesels. You must have petrol. You can't have petrol. You've got to have hybrid. You can't have hybrid. You've got to have electric. They're going to do the same. They say you've got to have bus lanes because buses are the most important thing. Well, no, we can't have bus lanes. Buses are bad. We've got to have cycle lanes. And then they'll say one day, oh, we're going to have cycle lanes because everyone's decided that bicycles are bad for the environment, which they are, by the way. And we've got to use space hoppers, and then we'll need space hopper lanes so everyone can bounce to work. Oh, and here's another thing. The cycle lane that we're going to build along here, okay? 4 and a bit miles, £42 million. That's what they were quoted. Fuck off, just see, you can't charge 40, that's £10 million a mile for just painting a little bicycle on the road. You can't charge £10 million a mile for that. I'd have told them to fuck off. And that's the good thing, the council has told them to fuck off even before the consultation period was over. They actually said, no, we're not having a cycle lane here, it's idiotic. And the mayor's arguing with them. People are going to be killed. Yes, they are. You're absolutely right, Mr. Mayor, if you get your cycle lane, because it'll be a huge amount of congestion and all the ambulances won't be able to get through. And do you know what their solution is to that? Only as I speak to you today, whenever it is, August the 2nd, some left-wing think tank that advises Corbyn has come up with a really good idea, which is to ban all private cars from London in 11 years' time. So why build a cycle lane then? Because if you're going to have no cars, why do you need a segregated cycle? Why spend £42 million of our money on something which you say you aren't going to need? They can all fuck off. All of them. I've sunburned the top of my head today, and that's global warming. No, wait. It's August. That's what it is. It's August. I'm well aware that a lot of people are going to disagree with what I've said, but let's not have a row, let's not shout and yell, let's not scream as we do on the roads, what you do on the roads. Let's not have a Jeremy Vine moment out there where he films some poor woman who he's inconvenienced and then she has to go to prison as a result. Let's have a debate. Comment below. If you agree with what I've said, comment below. Let's have an intelligent debate. Let's not just have that